Hello, and welcome back to another comparison video. Today, we're going on a journey through one of the most iconic life stages in the Sims series, toddlers. These little ones have had quite an adventure, evolving from basic bundles of chaos to fully fleshed out personalities. So join me as we explore the history and evolution of toddlers from The Sims 1 to The Sims 4. Our story begins with a short but sweet visit to The Sims 1. There were no toddlers in this version, only babies and children. The babies, which we have looked at in a previous comparison video, were essentially objects with limited interactions. They could be fed, cuddled, or ignored at the risk of losing them to a social worker. If you wanted to see your baby grow up, you'd get a short animation and poof, they'd suddenly transform into a child. Now, back then, we didn't know we needed toddlers, but oh, what was in store for us when The Sims 2 launched. We got our first look at toddlers in The Sims 2, and the game not only introduced generational gameplay but also brought us basic genetics, and we were able to see our toddler Sims with similar features as their parents, which was an amazing addition. The toddler life stage lasts 4 days in The Sims 2, and in this game toddlers can learn essential skills like walking, talking, and potty training. Teaching toddlers these skills wasn't just for fun. Teach them influenced their transition to childhood, and failing to teach them could lead them to a negative aspiration and growing up badly. If you had enough reward points, you could buy smart milk for your toddlers, which would give them a considerable speed boost when it came to learning those life skills. When it comes to caring for your toddlers, only teens and above can offer the care required, as children and other toddlers have limited but cute interactions with each other. You can feed your toddlers a bottle on the floor or give them some solid food in their high chairs. Now, if you have 2 toddlers, just make sure you have enough bottles to go around. If you've let your toddler get too hungry, they may feed themselves by eating snow, sand, or even the pet food to fill that hunger need. However, if their hunger is full and you try to feed them, they'll just throw it on the floor. If they haven't learnt the potty skill just yet and have an accident, they can be changed on the changing table. However, if your toddler likes to play in the toilet, you might find a quick bath is better for that hygiene need. When it comes to time for them to sleep, which will be multiple times a day, you can pop them into their cribs and tuck them in. When they wake up and want to start their day, they will let you know, believe me. However, there is a chance they can escape from their cribs when left unattended. If you've left them tired for too long, they'll just fall asleep wherever they are, or they may take themselves off to the nearest pet bed. There are many toys you can use as toddlers, which will give them a great boost in charisma, creativity, mechanical and logic skills, or there are toys they can just play with other toddlers or children to just have some fun. The Sims 2 toddlers were a lot of fun. They could be a lot to handle at times, but added some great family gameplay. In The Sims 3, toddlers were slightly improved. The toddler life stage on a normal setting now lasts 7 days rather than 4. The Sims 3 introduced the concept of an open world, meaning that toddlers could leave the house. Parents could take them for strolls around town in strollers. This connected family life to the world around them in a way we'd never really seen before. Toddlers in The Sims 3 also had up to 2 traits at the beginning, which shaped their personalities. They could be excitable, they could be a genius, a loner, or even evil, and these traits affected everything from their reactions and learning speeds to how they interacted with their family members. There are also several toys and books your toddlers can play with to increase their handiness, logic, writing, and charisma skill. If you're willing to splurge, in the Sims 3 store you can find even more items like a baby swing and unique toddler toys. It included items like the playpen, or the walker, which helped them to learn to walk independently. as well as a few musical skills here and there. There are other toys that can be used just for fun, including the toy box, which toddlers can actually play inside of. Like in the previous game, toddlers could learn to walk, talk. Ah yes, I can't wait for my child's first word to be fishing rod. And use the all-important potty. You could feed your toddler normal prepared food by sticking it in the blender and seating the toddler in a high chair. Or you can feed them with a bottle on the floor. You can't bathe a toddler in The Sims 3, so the only way to satisfy their hygiene need is with a quick nappy change. If you had to store content, you could use the changing table, which was very similar to the one in The Sims 2. And, like with The Sims 2, your toddlers sleep in cribs once again. The Sims 3 does allow children to help care for toddlers, and they can give them a bottle and play with them and just interact more freely. If you look after your toddler well and give them the skills they need, when they grow up you can pick a trait to carry into childhood. If you weren't as attentive as you should have been and you stole candy from that toddler, the trait may be selected for you. When The Sims 4 launched, there was a notable absence. I'm not talking about pools, I'm not talking about ghosts, I'm talking about toddlers. The game skipped straight from babies to children. It was like we were back in The Sims 1 again. And this decision led to one of the biggest controversies in Sims history. EA and Maxis did explain that the technical challenges with the new game engine meant they couldn't be included at launch, but that didn't stop us from being vocal about their absence. The free update brought back toddlers with a level of detail never before seen in the franchise. The toddler life stage again lasts for 7 days, but when they were added we were given a whole load of new skills to help these toddlers build. The movement skill, helping them learn to walk, run and dance. The toddlers would be able to climb up and down the stairs by themselves. Communication skill, teaching the toddlers to communicate through love and hugs or anger. When the toddlers max this skill, they go from babbling to having real conversations with other Sims. The potty skill, it does exactly what it says on the tin, and when maxed out, toddlers will use the potty autonomously rather than using their nappy. The thinking skill, this skill makes the toddler more understanding of the world, how to look after themselves, and when maxed out they'll play less in the toilet, sleep better and have fewer tantrums. The imagination skill, by increasing your toddler's imagination they'll be able to name their toys, read books and eventually view art. These skills don't just help toddlers, they can gain reward traits if they achieve specific milestones. For example, a toddler who maxes out all 5 toddler skills will receive the top-notch toddler trait, bit of a tongue twister, which gives them a head start in future life stages. The Sims 4 toddlers have a lot of personality, and how they present themselves depends on their traits. They can be clingy, fussy, or independent, just to name a few. This can lead to them throwing tantrums, giving snuggles, or really enjoying that bedtime story. Parents can build relationships with toddlers through social interactions, which helps build their character values. How you parent your toddler affects these character values and will determine what bonus traits they will receive when they become a young adult. Introduced in growing together, your toddler can develop up to 3 quirks, which will also change the way they behave. Are they an early riser, a messy eater, or do they just hate being carried? Some of the ways to care for toddlers in The Sims 4 are changing nappies and bathing them to help with that hygiene need. You can help your toddlers into bed and give them a lovely little goodnight kiss. And you can spend lots and lots of time playing to build their social need. You can give them any sim food. And they can also get in and out of bed themselves, as well as taking themselves off to sleep, which does make managing them slightly easier than in previous games. And, as with previous games, there's plenty of toys to keep your toddlers busy, having fun, and building those skills. In the end, I think the Sims 4 experience was a really good one for the toddlers. Although we had to wait a little bit longer and we have to use multiple packs, I think we've got a really good complete life stage available to us now. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history of toddlers in The Sims, from learning to walk in The Sims 2 to the in-depth skill building in The Sims 4. These little ones have indeed come a really long way. What's your favourite toddler moment in The Sims? And what would you love to see next for them? Definitely let me know in the comments. As I always say with these videos, I try to avoid repeating the same aspect of each game again and again and try and focus on what the newer games build on. But if I did leave out your favourite feature, please let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Please give it a like if you have enjoyed it and drop me a comment on anything you've seen in this video, anything Sims related, or just to tell me about your day. I love to read all the comments and reply to as many as I can. And if you really want to, you could even subscribe so you don't miss the next video. But as always, I'll leave that up to you guys. All I'll say once again is thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.